Hi, so today what we will going to do is we will try to create a shopping ad campaign in Google Ads. Okay, and this is for an e-commerce store basically, right? So let me show you the e-commerce store. This is a fashion store. They are selling men's fashion clothing, and we need to create a Google shopping campaign. Although we created a search ad campaign for them, but we were not able to get enough conversions using this. So now we are trying the shopping ad campaign, right? So let's try. We will go and create a new campaign here. Now we need to select the different option. Now we have got option for sales, leads, website traffic, okay, product and brand consideration. Okay, so we need sales, so we'll go with the first option. Now product, okay, we need to promote your product on the shopping ads. We'll select this option. Okay, select the merchant center account with products to advertise. Okay, it's I mean the merchant center is already connected with the Shopify account, and for this what we have done is we have tried to add a sales channel which is called as Google. So you can see here Google sales channel we have already added before, and what it does is under Shopify it creates a feed of your products so that they are automatically connected with Google Ads platform. So let me show you the interface. So this is I mean you can see here your shop meets Google merchant basic requirements, so it's already verified. And okay, and let me show you product feed. Okay, so product feed shows that 1482 products are available to the Google channel. After those, around 2 products are pending, 9 products are not approved. So we'll no worries with that. We'll look into the 9 products afterwards. But currently, a lot of our products are already approved, so we are good to go. And that's why, it's detecting this particular Google Merchant channel automatically. Okay, so it's linked to our Google Ads account, right? And select the country where products are sold. So we are selecting United States currently, although we sell all over the world, but let's select United States because we are using United States dollar as the currency also. Okay, so select a campaign subtype. Now there are subtypes. We don't want to run the smart shopping campaign. We have already tried it and it was not working well, so now we'll go with the standard shopping campaign. Okay, let's continue. So now we need to give a campaign name, so we'll give it shopping campaign July August 2020. Okay, and or else let's give it July 2020. Okay, and additional settings. Now we need to make some additional settings. Okay, inventory filter, advertise all products in the country of sale. Okay, there are different options. Advertise only products that match all of your requirements, so we can filter it, right? So we can put out different filters, select product attributes, we can select the particular items. Okay, and product type also we can select. For example, if we are uh, promoting only the dress shirts, then we can select only the dress shirt option here, right? So currently I want to promote the dress shirt, and it's showing that we are having around 2200 and 38 dress shirt products in our inventory. Okay, so I don't want to promote currently any other uh, uh, product. So what I'll do is I'll add one more thing here: shopping shirts July. Okay, shopping, let's do it shopping at shirts, and it's for July 2020. The name is, it instantly you can know by seeing the campaign name itself that yes, okay, so this is the thing, this is the particular campaign which is about. Okay, local products disabled, Okay, ads for products that are sold. We don't have any local store, so we'll avoid this. Campaign URL option, we don't need it right now, so we can leave it. Now bidding. Okay, bidding, we can have a lot of options, but we have selected the manual CPC here. Okay, help increase conversions with enhanced CPC, that is good, and optimize for conversions. So I think this is already set, although we can go with maximize clicks also, but we can go with this one. You can select your own maximum cost per click. Okay, and now the budget, let's start with around $10 per day. And campaign priority. Okay, so what is the campaign priority? So if you have multiple campaigns with one product, use campaign priority to decide which campaigns bid will be used. If campaign have the same priority, the campaign with a higher bid. So I want to give it a high priority right now. Okay, and where do you wish to show your products? Okay, so do you wish to show your products in the search network, right? Where when people are making searches in the Google, you want your products to be visible in the Google search results, or you want your products to appear to relevant people searches and browse through Gmail, Discover, or I mean other platforms also. So we don't want to overspend right now, right? We will go with the search network only. We first want to try this one. Okay, and devices. Okay, so ads will show on all eligible devices by default. Now the country. Okay, now select the locations you want to target. So we can select United States as well as Canada. So we have selected both United States and Canada location. Now location option, we want people in and regularly in your target location, who are living in and regularly. uh, okay, this first option also, people in and who show interest in your target location, we don't want that. Okay, and people in who show interest, that is okay. Start date and end date. So now let's select the end date. We surely want to keep an end date for this one. So what we'll do is we'll try this for around 5th of August. Okay, and save and continue. Now it's showing us that we need to create select an ad group type. Okay, so there are currently two types of ad groups here, right? And if we select each of these, you can see the difference. So the basic difference is that like when people are making specific searches, for example, if a person is looking for women hiking boots, so then you want to show them specific boot, right? So for that, this particular single product ad is good. But if you want that I mean, if anybody is searching only for hiking equipment, so it's a kind of broad term, and for that, naturally the person has not made any selection, like whether it's needed for men or women or any other category or any other filter. So in that case, what happens is that generally you can show this showcasing ad where along with the men, women, and all other categories, a different collection of products will be showcased here, so that makes the decision making quite easier for the person who is going to buy the products. But we currently are putting a lot of filters, and in my view, I think this one will be good for those brands who are spending very high budget on marketing part. But since we don't want to overspend on marketing, so what we'll do is, and we will be putting a lot of specific filters for the shirts, like we want only people who are looking for the French cuff dress shirts, not even the shirts for men. We don't want to show our ads through them. We don't only want people who are searching for French cuff shirts. Naturally, we want this one. This one is suitable for us, this ad group. So we'll go with this one, and ad group name will keep it French cuff dress shirts. Okay, we can keep the name as French cuff dress shirts. And now enter the cost per click bid. Okay, now how much you want to pay. Suppose I'm selecting $2. Okay, so you can even put $1, no worries with that. Okay, so now the product groups are already created, and now new campaign has been added, and we can see here, let's go to the campaign section. So currently this is the, let me dismiss, hide it. So currently this was the search campaign that we were running, so let me change its name, search ad July 2020. Okay, search ad campaign, and you can say search campaign, that would be good, right? And so this was the search campaign that we created, and we have paused it right now. We have, and because we are not getting enough return, and this is the shopping ad that we are running. Let me change the name. I don't, why should we put the shirts here? Okay, so let me put it the shopping ad campaign, and when we'll go inside the ad groups, okay, so here you can see that there are two ad groups, one for the search campaign and the other one is for French curve dress shirts. Okay, and this is related to the shopping ad campaign that we have created right now. And if we go into the ad section, so now you can see, although they are eligible, they are on, but the campaign is currently paused, so they will not be running, they will not be showing. But yes, this currently this shopping ad for French curve shirts. Okay, so you can see here that the campaign, the particular advertisement, it's approved. Okay, and now let me see if we can see ad preview, like if we can preview any ad. Okay, so if there are any chances to add the search keywords, let me check. Okay, so what we'll do is all enabled keywords, and now we can try to add the keywords to the new shopping ad campaign that we have created. I just hate these notifications. So let me try. Okay, so one important thing here, I just want to let you know that for normal search ad campaigns, we have got a facility to add the keywords, like for which particular search terms, search keywords we want to show our advertisement. But when we talk about the Google shopping ad campaign, then we are not able to use the keyword. You can see here that I just confirmed it, because earlier there was I think a way to add the search keyword. So shopping campaigns don't use keywords to determine relevancy. So make sure your product titles and descriptions are keyword rich, but also appealing to a potential buyer who is viewing your ad. Google uses this data to see if your products are relevant to a search query. Okay, so if we are promoting the dress shirts, okay, so we need to be sure that I mean, particularly our titles and everything, they are kind of updated, right? Now, little confusion that I am right now having while creating this campaign is that I am only looking to promote the dress shirts, like the French curve shirts. So, and I think in the campaign I have selected uh, a whole group of shirts, so I don't want to show my ad for all these shirts. So I'll have to find a way where I can limit this thing. So let's go back again to the campaign. Okay, and let me see how I can edit it. uh, Sorry. So for changing the campaign settings, we need to go to the settings here, setting option, and here we can see that there is an option for campaign settings. Now let's select this particular campaign. Okay, so now we need to change the target products. Okay, so how can we do it? Filter. Okay, so here in the filter we'll have to see here like how we can put a limit only for French cuff shirts. Now it's not giving me any option directly here, so what I can do is I'll try to see uh, item ID, maybe item ID. No, again item ID is not perfect thing. uh, channel channel is again not perfect thing. uh, brand is, I think, the single brand that we are using, Amadio. So how can we select it? Category. No. So we'll have to see like how the feed is working here. Custom label. No. Okay, let's try the product as dress shirts, and we can add one more filter. Select product attribute. So let's go to the product feed and let's check the product feed first of all, like how Google is reading the data. So if we go to the product feed here, and for the available products, okay, now uh, so here let me, okay, so in such a case, when you want to particularly run the shopping ad for particular products, then what you'll have to do is you'll have to put some parameters into the product descriptions within Shopify itself, right? So the problem that we are facing currently is that, like, when we are putting an inventory filter, right, so it's only showing us the product type as dress shirts. Now the dress shirts include a lot of categories, but we want to show only the ad only for the French cuff, reversible French cuff. So in such cases, what you can do is you'll have to add custom labels, right? So how to add the custom labels? So first of all, you'll have to go to your product section. Okay, from here you can export uh, I mean, let me show you like how does it look like in actual. Let me show you. For example, when I'm going into any of the product, trying to edit it, so here you can see that there are different information about the product that I can add, right? And different options we can add. Okay, but it's not showing us any option to add the custom label for Google here currently. So in such a situation, what you can do, in such a situation, you can first of all you will need to export the product file, right? And then once you'll export the product file, it will look something like this. Let me show you the product file. So this is how the product feed looks like, right? Now, first of all, you need to, you'll not be able to understand this product file, so you need to separate the headers a little bit. So what you can do is just drag down this particular first row, and you can make it centralized, bring it to the middle, and then you can kind of, if you want, you can bold it also, right? So this way it will become easy. And the last thing is wrap the text. So this way now you can read everything. And now the next thing would be to activate a freeze option here, right? So now you can drag and see all the different rows and columns, the information in this product feed. So first of all, we need to find the French cuff shirts in this large file. So how you can do it? So you need to know the variant, like every particular product in a Shopify store, they have got a different variant, like an SKU, right? So you can find the SKU for French cuff. I mean, I know it, so what I can do is I can find it. AEFC is the SKU. So here you can see it, that these are all the French cuff shirts, like SKUs FEAC, and from 96 to 197, I think, right? So these are all French cuffs. So now how can I edit the Google, what you can say, the Google custom label here? So if you will drag it to the right, then here you can see that there are certain columns where you can provide the different information for Google Shopping. So here you can see there are options for custom product, custom label 0, 1, 2, 3. So here what I have done is I have provided the custom label as French cuff here, right? Earlier it was not there, but I have done it. So I have provided the French cuff custom label 0 here, so that I will be able to find and target only these particular products for Google Shopping. Now the next step is, once you have made the changes, firstly you need to remove the freeze options and everything, unfreeze it, and then unbold everything like the changes that you had done, and now save this file. And once you will save this file, again go here, and here you can import the file into Shopify. And when you will import it, then please ensure that you click on this option, overwrite any current products that have the same handle. Okay, so so what you, when you select this particular option, what it will do is all other products will be uploaded in the same manner, and the products in which you have made the changes, those particular fields will be added in the current inventory. So this process will once you will upload the file, import the file, it will take some time. You'll have to give some time. If you have a large store like this, then you'll have to give some time for the inventory to get updated. And when the inventory will get updated, then what will happen is the next step is Google will automatically update the Google product feed, because it is syncing everything here. You can see here changes made to your Shopify products will automatically sync to your Google Merchant Center product feed, so your product feed data it stays updated. So once you will import the edited product feed into Shopify, give it some time. This time can be 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. You need to give it some time. Once the changes will be made in the inventory, then automatically the changes will be made in your Google Shopping product feed. And once the changes will be done, then you can go to your shopping feed account here. So in the Google Merchant Center account, you can see this is Google Merchant Center account. And here if I am going to the product section, right, let me show you the product section. So let me open any of the products. Okay, so this is the product that I have opened. Okay, so currently I mean there is no changes done, but when the changes will be automatically fetched up from Shopify itself. When everything will be good, uh, the changes will reflect here automatically, right? So this is how you need to, first of all ensure, in order to create target shopping ad campaigns within Google Ads, you'll have to first of all fill out and provide all the necessary parameters for Google Shopping within the product description in Shopify inventory, and then I would advise you to start with an ad campaign. Okay, so I hope your doubts are clear, and everything is clear, and in this way you can always create a Google Shopping campaign easily. Thank you.